The tragic case of Sandra Birchmore has captured public attention, revealing a disturbing narrative that raises serious questions about police conduct. Sandra, a vibrant individual with dreams and aspirations, met an untimely death under circumstances that have left her family and community in shock. Allegations have surfaced against former police officer Matthew Farwell, suggesting that his actions may have played a significant role in the events leading to her demise. This case is not just about one person's life lost. It underscores the critical need to address police misconduct and its far-reaching implications on society. The investigation into Sandra's death has been fraught with unexpected twists and turns, compelling the public to scrutinize the very institutions meant to protect them. As details emerge, the narrative becomes increasingly complex, revealing potential failures within the system that should have ensured accountability. The implications of this case extend beyond Sandra's story, highlighting a broader issue of trust between law enforcement and the communities they serve. It raises essential questions about the integrity of those sworn to uphold the law and the potential for abuse of power. Engaging with this case allows viewers to reflect on the importance of transparency and accountability in policing. As the investigation unfolds, the shocking revelations surrounding Matthew Farwell's alleged actions serve as a stark reminder of the need for vigilance in holding law enforcement accountable. The community's demand for justice in Sandra Birchmore's case is not just about seeking answers. It is a call to action for systemic change to prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future. This case serves as a crucial touchpoint for discussions about ethics, responsibility, and the vital role of public trust in law enforcement. On February 4, 2021, the lifeless body of Sandra Birchmore was discovered in a secluded area, sending shockwaves through her community. The scene was grim, with Sandra found in a wooded location, prompting immediate speculation about the circumstances surrounding her death. Initially, the Canton Police ruled her death a suicide, a conclusion that raised eyebrows among those who knew her. Friends and family described Sandra as a spirited individual, deeply engaged in her life and community, which made the initial ruling difficult for them to accept. The timeline leading up to her tragic death is crucial to understanding the events that unfolded. In the days prior, Sandra had been reported missing, with her loved ones expressing concern over her sudden disappearance. As the investigation began, the police focused on the timeline, piecing together her last known movements and interactions. Key players in this investigation included the Canton Police Department, who were tasked with uncovering the truth behind Sandra's death. Their initial findings, however, were met with skepticism, as inconsistencies began to emerge. Friends and family members voiced their doubts about the suicide ruling, urging authorities to take a closer look at the evidence. As the investigation progressed, it became clear that the initial conclusions were not as straightforward as they seemed. The community rallied around Sandra's family, demanding a thorough examination of the circumstances leading to her death. This case quickly evolved from a simple ruling to a complex investigation, with many questioning the thoroughness of the police's initial response. The involvement of various law enforcement agencies and the growing public interest highlighted the need for transparency and accountability in the investigation, setting the stage for a deeper inquiry into the events surrounding Sandra Birchmore's untimely death. The relationship between Matthew Farwell and Sandra Birchmore has raised serious concerns, particularly regarding allegations of grooming that cast a shadow over their interactions. Their connection began when Sandra was still a minor, with reports indicating that Farwell, significantly older, first encountered her during her teenage years. This age difference, coupled with Farwell's position as a former police officer, created a troubling dynamic that many have scrutinized. As their relationship developed, it became increasingly evident that the nature of their interactions was not typical. Friends and family of Sandra have recounted instances where Farwell exhibited controlling behavior, which they now recognize as indicative of grooming. The timeline of their relationship is critical. It highlights how Farwell's influence over Sandra grew as she transitioned from adolescence into adulthood. The implications of their age difference cannot be understated, as it inherently created a power imbalance that left Sandra vulnerable. Farwell's authority as a police officer further complicated matters, as it may have instilled a sense of trust in Sandra that was ultimately misplaced. This,